Hey everyone, welcome back to another Kevin's Kreations here on Geektopia Island. I'm Kevin.
I'm Cardwell.
And today we have a brand new deck. It is my baby girls, my Gorgons. I've loved them forever. They're my favorite fantasy creature, so I had to make a deck with them.
Of course.
You know, why not?
Yeah.
It is with our girl Valentina, and it's kind of ridiculous.
Yes.
But before we get into it, we just remind you that we do have a Patreon. The link will be down below, guys. Go check it out, see what you like, see what you don't like. It really just takes $1 to support us and show us some extra love, and we greatly appreciate it. With that, let's delve into Set in Stone.
Yep.
So Valentina is the ruler, the new one, because the new set's out, so we're going to use them. And it is Stranger 10, so you have to have the Stranger deck, no more than 2 copies of each one, yada yada yada.
Yep.
Judgments for 2 blue and a black, and Energizes for a black and a blue. So all the blue black you want. And then her trigger is on for her Regalia, so whenever water Regalia enters the field under your control, choose one. If it is Lover's Lock, choose up to 2 instead. Choose a card from your Stranger deck at random and put it in your hand. Return target Resonator to its owner's hand. Target Resonator's attack becomes 0 until the end of turn, or you may pay 0 to do Judgment until the end of turn. So the thing with that is her Regalia has Quick Cast, so you can trigger the attack goes to 0 or bounce at any time. And then when she Judgments, she's a 6/12, so kind of meh on like that part. But her abilities are make up for it.
Yeah.
So Resonators your opponent's control get -4/-0. So just straight up, your dudes are little.
It's such a big disappointment when that happens.
So you have a way to protect her automatically just by sitting there. And then enter, you put the top card of your Magic Stone deck into your field rested, so you get a free stone, so you don't lose any value that turn you Judgment.
Yeah.
And if it's off a Lover's Lock, then it's 0, so you Judgment for free, you get a free stone.
Yep.
And then her God's Art is Binding Chain, which is a black and a blue. Remove target Resonator from the game. Search your opponent's deck, graveyard, and hand. For all other cards that share a name with that Resonator, remove them from the game as well. And then shuffle your opponent's deck, and you choose a card from your Stranger deck at random and put it into your hand. So
much value.
2 mana, remove that dude, get that threat off my board, and remove them all, because I don't need them in play anymore.
You basically can remove up to 4 cards from their deck, and you get a card.
Yeah. And usually when you hit that one card is going to be like their pivotal, like I need this card to win card.
Yeah.
And it's kind of ridiculous how good that is.
Yeah.
Her Stranger deck that I'm playing it's kind of wonky. I have just a few 1-drops, but we'll see what it is.
Yeah.
So first up, I got Morrigan, the Goddess of Tragic Love. She's blue, and black for a 9/10 Stranger. She's got flying and enter. You look at your opponent's hand, choose a card, they remove that card from the game.
Not too bad.
So it's alright, it just helps you get rid of cards.
Yeah.
Triton, the Prince of Ocean. He is 2 blue for quick cast 8/8, and other water J Resonators you control get +2/+2. So he's just a big lord, and he's got quick cast, so it's kind of combat tricks. You're like, my dudes are bigger.
Yep.
And then Freya, the Goddess of Full Moon. She is a blue and a black for a 7/7 Stranger, and enter, destroy target Resonator with total cost 3 or less. You gain life equal to its defense.
Pretty good.
So most of the little dudes you can kill, and you gain free life.
Yep.
I only have one of a blue wizard. You could probably do more of these, but I chose not to. I just wanted to try some of the other ones. But it is 1 blue quick cast for 6/6 Stranger, and enter, cancel target automatic ability of a Resonator.
Seems good.
If you're playing any kind of super competitive, I would definitely have 2 of those, because inner triggers are a big thing, and she just stops it.
Yeah.
I have one of Chronos, the Master of Labyrinth. He is 2 blue and a black for a 10/10 Stranger. Enter, and at the beginning of your turn, you choose one of the following that has not been chosen during the game.
Yeah.
Your opponent can't play Resonators, they can't play Chance, they can't play Additions, or they can't play Regalia. So, over the course of 4 turns, they can't play something. It doesn't really seem like it's like super game breaking, but at the right moment, if you choose the correct thing, it could totally destroy them.
Definitely.
And now with Regalia being so prevalent and so needed, if you choose Regalia pretty early and they don't have theirs, it could really change it.
Yeah.
Next up is Loki, the Ancient Demon Lord. He is a 3 black and 7 for a 12/12 flyer Stranger. You may pay 1 less to play this card for each Resonator in your field, or in the field.
Yeah.
And then enter, remove all of the Resonators from the game. So he's a board wipe, essentially.
He's super good.
Yeah, and if there's like 6 dudes in play, then dude costs 4 mana. And you're like, cool, get out.
Yeah.
And then finally, I have Rahab, the Emperor Dragon of Riptide. And it's 3 blue for a 10/10 Stranger with flying, and he draws you 2 cards. Because
Simple as that.
You get free cards.
Right.
Why not? But that is the Stranger deck, the full 10 of them.
Alright, we'll get into the Resonators now. The first one, of course, is the Caller of Gorgons. It's a 1 blue drop 2/5. You may pay 1 less to play Gorgon spells. Banish this card, put a target Gorgon from your graveyard into your hand. Exactly everything you need for a 1-drop.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It helps so much.
Now, the annoying one that we have here is Vala, the Bewildering Mage. It's 2 blue 6/6. This card cannot be banished as a cost to play a spell or ability, so because why? Enter. Switch the control of this card and target Resonator your opponent's controls. So as long as this is in the field and you choose and you swap, then they can't sack this for any reason to get rid of it.
Yeah, dude, she's so strong just because you're giving them a 6/6, sure, but you're gonna take away their 8/8 or their Athena or like whatever big dude they're playing.
And no matter what, they don't get it back after this dies. So you just get the card for free.
So like if after they have their Jesus statues all huge, you're like, oh, here's a 6/6.
Yeah.
Thanks. I will take your 12/12 down, or however big it is.
Exactly.
Next up is our first Gorgon. It is Medusa, the Deadeye of Petrification. She is a blue and 2 for a 6/6 Gorgon. When this card blocks or is blocked by a Resonator, put that Resonator at the bottom of its owner's deck, and then you can pay a blue, and all your Gorgons get +2/+2. Play this ability only once per turn. So when she's swinging and they block, that dude goes away automatically, so the damage still goes through.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous. So she's really hard to kill in combat, and that's kind of her point. Because you're like, cool, block, go away. Don't deal damage to me. And whenever I swing, you have to kill me
or
can
pump, and then it's all fun.
And yeah, the pump on it is actually a lot more powerful than I gave credit to, because you have a lot more free mana than you think. And so you're just like, cool, all my dudes get big.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
Now the other Gorgon sister is a Stheno, the Eye of Temptation. It's 1 and 2. This card enters the field. Target Resonator loses all abilities as long as this card remains in the field.
Solid.
Super strong. And then, of course, you can pay 1. Target Gorgon gets +0/+2 until end of turn. Play this only once per turn. But for it to come into play and be like, everything on that card is negated. Sorry. Thanks.
Yeah, that alone makes that card playable even without having any other way to cheat it in play. Just because you're like, cool, that dude doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, your Nyarlathotep that's going to kill me next turn? It has no abilities. It's now just a 10. Cool.
Exactly.
Enjoy that.
Athena or Lucifer, you don't get life back. Thank you. Alright, next one's Euryale, the Dark Eye of Blindness. It's a blue and 2. When this card enters the field, rest target Resonator. If it doesn't recover, it does not recover during its recovery phase as long as this card's in the field. So you lock down a dude with another dude. And pay 1 blue. It gains +2/+0 until end of turn. Play this only once. Target Gorgon, of course.
And it's so powerful because it's not just a one-time thing.
Yeah.
It's as long as she stays in play. So they have to put resources into killing her to get that dude back.
Yes.
So you're already winning again because they have to throw more stuff into it.
Quite annoying.
It is quite annoying, but it's fun. Next up is the Wanderer in Nightmare Land. And it is a blue and 2 black for an 8/8 Wanderer. And when she enters, you choose a number. Your opponent banishes Resonator with total cost equal to that number. And if you awaken this card, they banish all Resonators with the total cost equal to that number instead. And you choose a card from your Stranger deck at random and put it in your hand. And awakening is remove 3 Resonators in your graveyard from the game.
Yep.
So most of the time you're going to get like 1 or 2 dudes at the spot kill, which is honestly it's pretty good because you're still getting value because you get an 8/8 dude.
Yeah.
And you remove one of their dudes. So it's kind of nice that way, but it's not like if you get the awakening, great. You get extra value.
Yeah, but in an early game, you're just like, if they're playing on barely tempo, then you're like, you remove them from tempo because you have a dude and they have 1 less dude.
Yeah.
And you have a bigger dude than their 2-drop.
Yeah, that's most of the time what you're going to be doing with her is being like, hey, your tempo's gone.
Yeah, exactly. Really, really good. All right, and we'll get into the spells and stuff. And we have the Regalia, of course, Lover's Lock. It's a blue and a black with quick cast Regalia. Tap, produce 2 wills of any combination of blue or black. Spin this will only to play God's Art abilities, Strangers, or Mage Arts, which is what's really ridiculous.
Yeah. So we are playing a lot of Mage Arts, so that card is actually really strong for this deck.
Yep.
And it's just, it's the locket. That's what they do. They're 4, you want 4 of the Regalias because they just work really well with their ruler for every reason.
Yep.
I didn't think they were all that good at the start, but the more I saw them, the more I was like, yeah, they're really good at 4 of. The first Mage Art we have, it used to not be a Mage Art, and it is now, is Space-Time Anomaly. It is a blue and a black for a quick cast and Remnant, so it can be played from your graveyard for the same cost. and then it removes itself. But target J Resonator gets -5/-5, and then until the end of turn, draw a card. There's nothing wrong with this card.
No, not at all.
Because it's 2 mana, you get to murk a dude, and if you have, this card can kill a 10/10 by itself.
Yeah.
Just by paying 4 mana. You're like, cool, do it twice, and you draw 2 cards. Great.
You draw 2 cards, and with Lover's Lock, it's almost free.
Yeah, it's a draw spell and a kill spell. Fantastic. Next up is Awakening of Ambition. It is a blue and a black for a mage art. I wasn't sure about this card, but I wanted to try it.
Yeah.
Look at your opponent's hand, choose a card. They put the card on the bottom of the deck. If this card is awakened, you choose a stranger from at random and put it in your hand, and its awakening is discard 2 cards. So it's kind of rough on discarding cards for yourself to do that, but it can set up plays with the other stuff. So like this sets up plays with Wanderer, with the Wanderer in Nightmare Land, because you discard 3 Resonators, or you discard 2 Resonators, you already are almost there to awaken her. And it just sets up for other weird spells.
Yeah.
Or you can get free spells still with like Space-Time Anomaly. You discard Space-Time Anomaly and you don't really lose value. I mean, you do lose one time, but oh well. You still can play it again.
Exactly. The next one, of course, is the Princess of Love Takes Control. It's 2 blue and a black, mage art, quick cast. Choose one. Put target Resonator or Regalia on the bottom of the owner's deck. Put 2 target Resonators from your graveyard into the hand, so even if you discard, then you can get it back real quick. Or choose a card from your stranger deck at random and put it in your hand. Then recover target Regalia. So if you do this with the Regalia, go get a stranger, and then you can untap the Regalia to play the stranger.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous.
Yeah, or it's really good to fight their Regalias, because it doesn't just kill it so they get it back. It puts it away, like at the bottom of the deck. So they have to wait for it or search for it. It's just super powerful in terms of what it can do.
It really is.
Next up is the main star of the deck, and this card is actually bonkers.
It's insane.
Like, I didn't think it was as good as it is, but oh my god. So, Forbidden Summoning. 2 blue and black for a mage art. Search your deck for up to 3 Gorgons that don't share a name. Reveal them and put them in your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Remove this card from the game and put a Forbidden Arts counter on it. Then, if you control a J ruler named Valentina, put up to 3 Gorgons that don't share a name from your hand into the field. As long as this card is in your removed area with 1 or more forbidden counters on it, Gorgons you control get +2/+2. So, it's literally 3 mana or 25 power.
Yes.
Practically. Because they're all essentially 8/8s at that time. One's like a 7 something, but oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, thanks.
You're still at almost half their life for 3 mana. And you get to 3 dudes. Essentially, you're paying 1 mana for each dude.
Yep.
And it's kind of ridiculous. Sure, you have to have a J ruler, but Valentina protects herself so you can do it early. We figured it out that if you play Lover's Lock on turn 2 with Energize, you Judgment for 0, she gets a free stone. So then next turn, on turn 3, you play this and you get 3 dudes.
Yep.
And they can't really stop you. Because the Gorgons aren't as bad when they come in 1 at a time, but if all 3 hit at once, that's a very big change on how things work.
Oh yeah. Technically it locks down 2 of their dudes already, and then the other Gorgon swings and gets rid of a dude if need be. And it's an 8. It's an 8/8.
Yeah, and all of their toughness is at least 8, so they're hard to kill by just having this in play. And if you play another one, you get more dudes and you get more power in play. Because each one stacks separately in doing the Forbidden Arts thing. And that's the reason it auto removes itself, so you can't just keep getting dudes, because that'd be kind of ridiculous.
But it's okay. And then, of course, Valentina's already flipped, so all their enemies are -4, -0. Yeah. You're just over the top already to just win the game. Yeah. It's insane.
And if you wanted to, you could put in the Alice of the Alice that's all races.
Yeah. All races.
So you could be like, hi, I have another Gorgon, but you don't have to. The other 3 do just fine. It's ridiculous.
It's just too strong and it's hard to fight against for sure.
Yeah.
And the last but not least, it's a Dance of the Shadows. It's a reprint of black and 3 as Remnant, so you can cast it from your graveyard. But put target Resonator from your graveyard into your field, remove it from the game at the end of turn.
Yeah, it gives you a free dude for a turn, so it gives you an inner trigger to do something or whatever. Yep. And it's a quick cast, and it's also mage art.
Yep.
So essentially, it can be a lot less with your Lover's Locket, and you just get to do silly stuff.
Oh yeah, it is a mage art now.
Yeah, it's a mage art now, so you can be cool, into your turn, or on their attack step, that's the best one, is you're cool, bring this Euryale in play and then tap your dude down
Yeah.
so you don't swing.
Or even Vala, just be like, let me have your dude.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. I get your dude again, and then it dies. I don't care.
Yeah.
You don't get it. Because, yeah, it puts that stamp on the card, so they get the Vala, and then that Vala goes away.
Yeah.
So you don't get anything.
Yeah, you just steal a dude.
Neat. That's my dude. Appreciate that.
And then with Reminate, you get to do it again.
Hey.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. That is it for the deck, guys. The stones are pretty simple. We have 4 Attractives Memoria, which is the new blue-black stone.
Yeah.
Or it adds whatever the ruler is, and she's blue-black. We have 4 Magic Stone of Dark Depth, which is the blue-black dual. And then we have 2 Water Magic Stones, because most of the deck is water. The black is just like a splash color for extra stuff. Overall, this deck is super fun. It's a lot more competitive than I gave it credit for.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I was just like, I'll build it because I like Gorgons, but I'm kind of thinking of playing it, actually. It's kind of ridiculous, but hey, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what other stuff happens first before I settle in on a deck.
Sure, machines seem like they're running rampant, but with this, I think you can slow it down pretty well.
Yeah, no, Valentina flipping early could slow them down pretty hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's enough to do it, but we'll see. But with that, guys, the deck list will be down below. Go check it out, and we'll see y'all again next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Also, guys, I just remind y'all to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to keep up to date on all our future content, make sure you click that bell. It will give you all the notifications you need.
With that, we'd like to go ahead and give a big thank you to all our fans that support us through the year, and especially our Patreon support people. We do like to give a shout out to our Mythic and Above supporters, and that would be Dwayne Higgs. Thank you very much. We love you.